Good afternoon, my name is Rupert. I'm from carmatch.com Limited, and this is a car we have for sale at the moment. It's a little stunner. It's packed with all the toys you could possibly want. It's the top of the range, yeah, I'm going to walk you around it. So a bit about me: I've been in the motor trade 30 years now. I've worked at most dealerships. I've run some dealerships, including some Ford and some other brands, Nissan, Hyundai, and VW. So I've worked at all the big dealerships and understand cars pretty well. And this is a particularly nice example. It's a Renault Megane. It's an estate. It's the 1.6 Signiature. Mileage is up on it. It's done 148,000 miles, but price is down. Now it's the 1.6 diesel engine. It's £20 to tax, and this engine goes into the Nissan and Renault vans, and we see them constantly with 300,000–400,000 miles on the clock. So any naysayers that think this is a high mileage car, for what it is, it isn't. The engine is capable of at least double or treble what's actually on there at the moment. It's going to make a lovely car for someone. Let me show you around it. So the first thing you're going to notice is the latest LED lights that it's got on it. And if you can see, there you go, there's various sensors for all the various toys and things it's got. It's got the nicer alloys on it. It's the estate version, so there's plenty of room for all the family. It's got the privacy glass, again being the Signature, it gets those slightly upgraded alloy wheels, and slightly darker rear windows, which look really nice. They're contrasting. It's got parking sensors all the way around. In fact, it's even got a park pilot, and I'll show you that in a minute, where it parks the car for you. It's got those lovely LED lights that go right across the back. Lots of chrome on it, lots of toys. I have to be honest, I'm using this car myself at the moment, and it needs a smart repair, unfortunately. If you look there, but that will be done. Yes, I went into a post very gently, and it's marked the bumper, but we'll get that done before it goes out. But as you can see, it's a lovely car. I'm going to open the boot now. You can see in here, lots of room. It's very tidy. It's in very nice condition, and value for money wise, you can't beat really what these have on them. And the price we've got it up at is reflective of the mileage. It's going to be a bargain for someone. Leather interior with Isofix and the pop-up headrests. And as we work our way into the car, various things you'll see, like the full leather, four windows there to open the windows, 4 window switches, Bose stereo system, and the ambient blue lighting. You can change the colour of this, but at the moment we've chosen blue because it looks quite nice. And I'm going to take you inside the car. Okay, so 6-speed gearbox, which is good for those long journeys. These are very efficient cars, as I'm sure you're probably aware. And there's your slots for your USB and whatnot, and your aux in, and your Apple Play, which I think these things have. Excuse my tech. I'm fairly up with it, but not quite. It's always changing. So I'm going to start the car up. You can hear it running. Okay, so at the moment it's just powering up, and you can see that it's powering up the sat nav. You can see my phone's connected on the hands-free. You can see it's got dual zone climate, so you can set the temperature to cold on one side and hot on the other, depending on whether your wife's hot or you're cold, or your husband's hot or cold, whatever. You can swap around with it. Heart 80s, I'm afraid, on there, showing my age on the DAB, and a nice picture of the map. Now, as you can see here, you've got your home button and various functions. I'm going to take you through those. So if we go to the home button, which we're on now, that basically gives you an overview of all the things on the car that are going on. If I put it into reverse, it automatically, the camera comes on, and you'll see the parking sensors light up there to tell you what's surrounding you. And if we go to here, this button here, picture the motorway. So you've got all your driving assistance in here. This car's got lane departure warning, distance warning, active braking, blind spot alert, speed alerts, auto beam high, so it automatically puts the beam high, and all of those things are set on at the moment. It's got the blind spot is actually on the mirrors as well, so I'll just take you over there and you can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit. There you go. So the mirror lights up there where the picture of the two cars are, and just tells you if someone's behind you, and gives you a little sort of heads up. It's really, really clever. Okay, so still going over these functions. So go back to the home again, Heart 80s, and then I think if I push this one, you've got all your climate control coming up here. You can set various things with that, like your fan speed and your temperature. Okay, so let's come out of this. So I'll go to the menu now. There we go. So you've got navigation, okay, which obviously is, you've got your phone, multimedia. I believe you can connect your phone and show it through it. You've got video, photos on there, so I'm assuming you can. You'll probably know more than that than me. Various apps on here as well, which I assume you can send from your phone again. More than likely you can. That's just my lack of knowledge. Let's have a look at the system. Home pages, display, brightness, all the various things to do with the screens and the car and the setting up. Vehicle itself. Okay, so ambient lighting, that's where you can change the different colours of the lights inside the car, and those are all the choices, and you can change the brightness. You can have it on front or rear, you can have it off. Okay, multi-sense. There you go. That's how the driving feels. It can change the way that the car behaves, the suspension, the steering, and how it feels on the road, and you've got different choices on there. At the moment I'm on comfort because that suits me. Driving assistance, we've just seen all of those. Let's go back from that. Parking assistance. So there you go, you've got parking sensors, you've got the rear view camera, you've got the Easy Park as well, which basically parks the car for you. Parallel parks it for you. I've used it on Ford. I've not used it on this yet, but I mean, it's going to be great, isn't it? Anything that makes life easier we like. Okay, onboard computer. That tells you all the various things. At the moment, I'm just using this car around town, and you can tell I'm driving it because it's got 32 mpg. That's an average, that's around town. On a motorway, it's probably going to do double that. Just be aware of that. Average speed 10.8 miles an hour. Well, that's why the fuel isn't that great, because I'm only doing 10 miles an hour on average around town. But obviously as that increases, the MPG increases, and these are very, very fuel efficient. Parking assistance, right. Driving CO2, this is quite good. It tells you how green the car is, how many times it stopped because it stop start, how many miles it's done without using any fuel consumption. 2,800, that's when you're easing off the accelerator or the stop start's kicking in. It measures all of that. So yeah, it's a fantastic car, lots and lots of toys. It's a great price. Apparently my driving on acceleration is quite poor, but my gear change and anticipation is very good. That actually might explain the fuel consumption as well, because she's very quick. A little 1.6 engine, if you can imagine. This goes into vans as well, so she's very torquey and drives, yeah, she accelerates quite well. But overall it's a lovely car. We can put RAC warranties on it, we can service it for you. There isn't much we can't do. I'm just going to show you the displays here as well. It's a lovely digital display, so the car has got all the latest tech. And again, you know, the mileage makes it very reasonable and an absolute bargain for someone. So someone will hopefully snap this up and they've gained a genuinely lovely little car. My name's Rupert. This is our Renault Megane 1.6 Signature. And if you're interested or you want to give me a call, please phone 077 6196 5575. All right, and ask for Rupert, and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks very much.